Hello everyone. In the previous videos, we discussed about algorithm, flowcharts, and structure of C program, a simple C program, and later variables, keywords, data types, constants, all these discussed. So in this video, we will discuss about operators. So there are different types of operators available in C language: arithmetic operators, assignment operators, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, conditional operator, increment and decrement operators, and special operators. So these are different types of operators available in C. In this video, we will cover some operators. And this is very important topic because these operators are common to most of the programming languages like C, C++, Java. So these operators not only used in C, for every programming language, we use these operators. First, we will see different types of operators. So first, arithmetic operators. These are the symbols for arithmetic operators. So plus, minus, multiplication is denoted with star, division, and modulus. Similarly, assignment operators. These are different assignment operator. Actually, this is not double equal to, this is single equal to only. Okay, so these are different assignment operators. Next, relational operators. So these are relational operators as you observe greater than, less than. So these are also called comparison operators or relational operators. And logical and bitwise. Of course, logical and bitwise are not same operators. Those are two different operators. See, these three are logical operators and these are different bitwise operators. And conditional operator is denoted with question mark colon, and increment and decrement operators are denoted with plus plus and minus minus. Okay, these are all different operator symbols. Now we will see one by one. First we see what is different arithmetic operators, and later we move on to assignment operator, later relational. Like this we will see both theoretical content, and after I will also show you the execution, how these operators are worked in C program. First, coming to arithmetic operators. As you know, arithmetic operators are the basic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. So that means you know this. Plus means which adds two numbers. Minus is subtraction. Multiplication is multiply. Division and mod you must know. So what is this 7 by 3? Yes, 3 to 6. So it displays 2. So actually 2 point something, the actual value. But if you use an integer, that point something value is removed actually. It's shown as 2 only. And 7 mod 3, its value is 1. So why it is 1? Because mod is nothing but remainder. So 7 mod 3 means 3 to jar 6. So 1 is remainder. So that's why this is 1. Okay. So I will try to increase the mouse size. Okay, that's why it is 1. So here one important point you need to remember is this modulus operator cannot be applied to floating point. So in the previous video, we discussed about data types, integer, floating, character. So this mod operator only applied to integers. So it is not possible to apply this modulus operation to floating point. Similarly, to get float results, at least one of the variable must be float. That means if you are doing some operation and if you want a float answer, then you must declare at least one of your variable is float. If you declare two variables as int, for example, 7 is int and 3 is int, and if you want to perform an operation 7 by 3, the actual result is 2 point something, but it prints only 2. So the point value is removed. So if you want 2 point something, you just declare this one variable as a 1 point something. Okay, don't worry. I will show you the execution part. So on which we are doing it, online compiler, online C compiler. Okay, so open the first one. So I am removing this part. This is nothing but comment. See here in the bottom part, output is shown, and this is the above part is the coding part. So I will try to show the code. So this is a sample program. First is sample program. So I declare two variables, int a is equal to 9, b is equal to 4. So a plus b is nothing but sum. Similarly, difference is a minus b. Multiplication is a into b. Division is a by b. Directly you can print like this. In printf you can give percentage d and a by b. But I want to get the result like sum equal to difference is equal to. So I used this syntax. So in the previous video, I explained this syntax. So printf can be used to print text as well as values. So sum is equal to means it is a text. Here if you put percentage d and after comma if you write some expression, that expression value is printed. In the place of percentage d, this a plus b is printed. In the place of percentage d, a minus b is printed. Why we used a percentage d? Because the result is an integer. Okay, so division is a by b, modulus a mod b. Now I will try to show the execution. So for example, I used the same variables. For example, int a is equal to 9, comma b is equal to 4. And directly I am printing printf percentage d, comma a plus b. Okay. So I'm not writing that sum is equal to etc. I am directly printing. So slash n. Why I'm using slash n? To get the output in next line. Similarly, a minus b and later a by b or a into b and next a by b and next a mod b. Okay, so I declare two variables 9, 4. So here 9 plus 4, 9 minus 4, 9 into 4, 9 by 4, 9 mod 4. Run it and check the output. So first is 13. That is for this line 9 plus 4 is 13. 9 minus 4 is 5 in the second line. Similarly, 9 into 4 is 36. And if you observe 9 by 4, it displays 2 only. Actually 2 point something. But these two are integers. Only you will get up to 2 only. And 9 mod 4, as I told you, 4 2s are 8. And the remainder is 1. So it is value is 1 only. So now I want to get the full value. For example, so I want to declare as float. See here, int a is equal to 9, float b is equal to 4. So now one is integer, another one is float. So now I want the result in float. You can put in float, all you can put float. Okay, for example, first we run it. What happened? See, why it shows error? Because the output is a float value. If you add a int and floats, that's why now I am putting percentage f for all the outputs. And execute it. See what happened? Mod, one important thing you need to observe. So mod is not applied to floating point. So just put comment for this one. So as we discussed here, the modulus operation is not applicable to this one. What is that? Floating point numbers. This point mod cannot be applicable to floating point number. So if I put comment and run for the remaining output, see here first one is 13.0. So 9 plus 4, but b is a float. I declared one value as 4 with float value. So that's why it displayed 13.0. Similarly, second one is 9 minus 4, 5.0. And third one, 9 into 4, 36, 36.0. But you see, the last value, you get correct value, 9 by 4, 2.25. So if I declare both integers, I got only 2 only. That means If both are integers, your result is only integer. To get a float value, now you can easily understand the second point. To get float result, at least declare one of the variable as float. So here I declare this variable b as float. So the result also float. I got it. Okay. So this is the way to apply arithmetic operators. Then also try with different two float values. Also not a problem. You give two float values also, there is no issue. So both are true also, you will get the same result. Similarly, first one is float and second one is int. And also you will get the same result. At least one is float, that is okay. See the same output. But if you give both integers and if you see the output, some fraction may be lost and correct float value is not evaluated. Okay. So these are arithmetic operators. So here the output we got here is like this. Here we used sum equal to difference equal to I added to get the output in a beautiful way. Okay, you can add those. And next coming to assignment operators. So these are the assignment operators in C. First one is equal to. You know this. Equal to is nothing but assignment operator. Example is I equal to 10. So what happens if you write I equal to 10? Value 10 is assigned to I. You must remember it is a right to left assignment. That means the value of 10 is placed in I. So right side to left side, not left side to right side. That means I is placed in 10 is not a correct way. 10 is placed in I. So assignment is nothing but right to left operation. So your assignment is done from right to left. Similarly, of course, this is the main operator equal to. You can also write some shorthand operator plus equal to. So you write I plus equal to 8. What does it mean? I is equal to I plus 8. So in the place of I is equal to I plus 8, you can write I plus equal to 8. Similarly, minus equal to. So some F minus equal to 8 means F is equal to F minus 8. Similarly, star equal to. So I star equal to means I into A. So like this, you can write shorthand operators. All these are arithmetic operators only. And these can be represented with this shorthand notation. And the basic operator is assignment is equal to operator. So this is an example program. See, I used the two variables A and B. After that, I printed. And now the next statement is equal to B equal to A. So as I told you, if there is a statement like I is equal to 10 in this case, what happened? Left hand side is a variable always, right hand side is value. But here what happened? B is equal to A. On both sides we are having variables. But you treat in the same way. That means left hand side is variable. That means B is variable. Right hand side, you put value, not variable. Even though it is variable, right hand side, you will consider that variable value because equal to is always right side value, left side variable. Even though on the right hand side is also there is a variable, you convert that variable into value. So now B is equal to A. Left hand side is B only because that is variable. Right hand side in the place of A, I used 9. So what happened here? B becomes 9. You clearly observe only the B value changed. A value not changed. So B is equal to A means B is equal to 9. That means 9 is placed in B and A value is not changed. So what is the value of A here? 9 only. So if you print here, it prints 9 and 9. Next you see A plus equal to B. What does it mean? A is equal to A plus B. Once again, the same story. Left hand side is A. Right hand side, you will consider A plus B values. So here A value 9 and B value also 9. Okay, you need to consider 9. Okay, so I added 4. So you change it as 9. 9 plus 9 only. Okay, so that is 18. So now B value is, what is B value? B value is 9 only. So the B value is 9. So, okay, I will change it, no problem. I will change it simultaneously. So now understand, this is clear. So A is equal to A plus B. A value is 9 and B value is 9. 9 plus 9, 18. And B value is not changed. The previous B value is 9. So it is 9 only. Similarly, now A is equal to A minus B. Once again, what is the A value in the above case? Yes, that is 18. And what is B value? 9. So 18 minus 9, 9. So once again, B value is not changed. So B value is 9 only. So simply the variable value can be updated any number of times. See here I consider the above value, B value. And for A, I will consider with this 9 only. So the latest value which is updated, you will consider for the next statements. So here A minus B. A is 18, B is 9. 18 minus 9, 9, and B is 9. So in the next case, A is equal to A into 2. So the value of A is equal to 9 above. So 9 into 2, 18. And what is the value of B? As it is 9. Okay, I will change it. Similarly, in the next case also, you will consider the value of A as 18 and the value of B is 9. Okay. So I will change. So B is 9 only. B is not changed in any case. Okay. So A by 2. So it is nothing but 9. Okay. So the output will be changed. Don't worry, we will cover that output. I will tell you in the program. But you observe what happened here. So the value can be changed anytime. If you update the value, the previous value is taken. And the B value is not changed. So B is always 9 because the equation is equal to A is equal to A minus B. So you will take this above A 18 and B 9. Similarly, A is equal to A into 2. So 9 into 2, 18. B is not changed. A by 2. So A is 18. 18 by 2, 9. B is not changed. A mod 2. So A is 9 in the above here. 9 mod 2 is, once again, 2 4 jar 8, 1 reminder. So A is 1 and B is 9. Okay, in place of all these 4s, you will put 9. Okay, I will show you the execution also. For example, consider, so int A is equal to 9. And I am removing all these statements. I am writing the fresh code. So we will cover all these statements, including equal to. So first I am printing both these values. So %d space %d A comma B. So if you print, what happens? It prints the initial values 9 and 4. Later, I will change the code a little bit. For example, A is equal to B I had written. And after that, I print these two values again. Now you will see what happened. We will stay in a step-by-step manner. So you need to put /n here, otherwise you didn't get output in new line. So now first it prints AB. The initial values of AB are 9, 4. So for this printf, you got 9, 4. But if you write A is equal to B, what happened? Once again, left-hand side is variable. So this is equivalent to A is equal to 4. So right-hand side is value. So A is equal to 4, but B is not changed. B is already 4. If you print AB, what it prints? 4, 4. Similarly, you can write any sum. For example, A is equal to, or A plus equal to B if you write. And once again, you print both the values. And see what is this output? So it prints 8, 4. See, B is not changed. But how you get 8? Yes, this is equivalent to A is equal to A plus B. And what is A? 4 plus what is B? 4. So 4 plus 4, 8. So A is equal to 8. So that 8 is printed. And B value is not changed. So B is equal to 4 only. So that 4 is printed. So in the similar way, I will apply all the shorthand operators. You observe one thing. In the above statement, A is equal to 4. That 4 value is continued here. B. is not changed. So here 4, that 4 plus b. Similarly, if you update again a, now a becomes 8. So if you write one more statement, then it will take the value 8. For example, I am writing a minus equal to, for example, 10. I am writing, you can write it in any way. What does it mean? A is equal to a minus 10. That equal to, so what is a value in the above statement? 8. So 8 minus 10, what you get? Minus 2. But b value is not changed. So if you print ab, you will get minus 2 and 4. Okay. See, minus 2 and 4. So the previous updated value is taken. In place of a, you may write b, whatever it may be, you write, but the operation is worked in a similar way. Okay. So this is about assignment operators. Okay. So here we got different output actually. All these b values are changed. Okay. Next, relational operators. So here you observe one important thing. There is an operator with double equal to. Previously we called equal to as an assignment operator, and there is a double equal to operator is also available in C. This is called relational operator or comparison operator. And the remaining operators, you know, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. And this is not equal to symbol in C language. And here, what is this double equal to? For example, A value is 5 and B value is 3. 5 double equal to 3 means it checks whether the left-hand side value and right-hand side value are equal or not. If both are equal, the output is true. True indicates 1. But here 5 and 3 not equal. So here you will get output false. False means 0. Similarly, 5 greater than 3 is true. So output is 1. 5 less than 3 is false. Output is 0. 5 not equal to 3 is true. Output 1. 5 greater than or equal to 3 is true and output is 1. 5 less than or equal to 3, false. Output 0. So for any of these relational operator, you will get output either true or false, or 1 or 0. If you executed in C, you will get 0 for false and 1 for true. And the main difference between equal to and double equal to is equal to is assignment. So the value on right hand side is assigned to left hand side variable in equal to. But in double equal to, it compares the left side and right side values. If both are equal, then it outputs 1. If not equal, it outputs 0. So it is only used for comparison. So output of all these operations is either only true or false. Either 0 or 1 it prints. Okay. For example, consider this. A is equal to 9, B is equal to 4. So what is the output? So the first statement, 9 is equal to 4 is false. Similarly, 9 less than 4, false. 9 less than or equal to 4 is also false. So 9 greater than 4 is true. 9 greater than or equal to 4 is also true. 9 not equal to 4 is also true. But it prints 0. For example, first 3 false. So 3 zeros, remaining 3 true, 3 ones. So you get this output, 3 zeros and 3 ones. Okay. So I will show you the execution. So I use the same values. Of course, it is not compulsory. You can change the values. Okay. So first A is equal to 9, B is equal to 4. So I'm using A double equal to B. See here only one value is needed to print. So percentage D, single percentage D is enough here. So similarly, next, for example, A greater than B. Similarly, A less than B. So only 1% D is enough. So you just add 1% D. Similarly, so I am modifying it. So A, whatever it may be the operator, greater than or equal to B, for example, and next, less than or equal to B. So only one variable is there. So 1% D is enough. And similarly, not equal to. So A not equal to B. Okay, these are the 6 operators. Okay, A double equal to B, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to and not equal to. So execute it. See, first you get, see, A equal to B. So, okay, I am not using slash n. So I am using slash n. Then you will get output in different lines, 6 lines. See, first 0. Why it is 0? A double equal to B. False. So you get 0. Next, A greater than B. So 9 greater than 4. You get this one. Third, A less than B. So 9 less than 4 false. So 0. A greater than or equal to B. 9 greater than or equal to 4 is true. So 1. Similarly, 9 less than or equal to 4 is false. 0. Like this we get. So you can also print like a, you will consider an n more variable like result, for example. So result, result, and you store these values in result. For example, see, the result is equal to, you can write A greater than B and printf result. Okay, you can also display like this. Instead of directly displaying here, you can also use this notation, %d slash n and result. Result. Okay, you can also do like this. So what I stored in result, A greater than B, and printing here result. So both are same. Instead of directly putting, you can also put those values in another variable and you print that variable value. So here now you got 7 outputs. The last one is 1. So what is that? A greater than B, that is 9 greater than 4. So I used another variable name result. See how these variable names are selected. So in the previous video, we discussed the rules for variable name. So RESULT, result, is a valid variable name because the length is 6 and starts with the alphabet. So it follows all the rules. Okay. So these are different types of operators. So we completed 3 types of operators. So in the next video, we will cover the remaining operators. Okay. Thank you.